Today it's about why we went to reverse osmosis water. What are the different options out there for you to make sure you have purified water? And what about the different price points? Because it's all over the place. Well, hello and welcome. I'm Annette Reeder from the biblicalnutritionist.com, and today it's about water. We need it to live. Scripture talks about water and why it's so important and why it's connected to and represents salvation. You can check that out in my Bible study. But today it's about what do we use, my husband and I, for purifying our water when we're at home, when we're traveling, and also what we're starting to add to the retreats. And so this is just going to be a very interesting video. I hope you enjoy it. If you have questions, please check out the links down below because I've added some blogs where I answer most of your questions. So first of all, though, why water matters. Water is one of the things that most of us, well, we kind of think about it, yeah, but we don't think about it until we start paying attention to actually what's in it. And there's a lot in there, and I'll talk about that more in the blog. But between aging and infrastructure and added chemicals and environmental contaminants, tap water today often contains things that you don't necessarily want in your body, including microplastics. So for us, for my family, clean water is really less about trends and more about stewardship of our body. But we want to have mental health, we want to have physical health, emotional health, and that comes down to what's in your water. So I want to share today with you my home water setup. And so we use 3 different water drop systems consistently. First is in our refrigerator. We have, most refrigerators have filters nowadays, which is great, except many of the options to replace those filters are just worthless. They don't really take anything out. So we use a very specific one, and you can get it for the refrigerator brand that you have. So that's number one. That's one filter. Another is we use the chubby pitcher, which is an interesting name. And it used to be this is all we used when we were just drinking water. So you'd fill it up, store it in the refrigerator, and it would filter through a lot of the chemicals and the heavy metals and things like that. And here I am filling up my chubby pitcher. It's going a little bit slow, so it's about time to change my filter inside. But you just put the water in the top, let it filter through, and you have delicious water. Today we just use it when we travel. If we're not flying on a plane, if we're driving by car, we'll take this and we'll filter water everywhere we go. But let me go back. What does reverse osmosis do? It gets rid of things like chlorine, fluoride, heavy metals, certain salts, and impurities that can impact your health, and specifically your brain, your microbiome, and your hormones. Okay, yes, it's going to taste better and the quality is going to be better, but this is really important for us to understand that. So reverse osmosis, which is what I'm going to talk about next, it actually significantly reduces what's called TDS, total dissolved solids. It can reduce substances like PFOA or PFOS, sometimes called forever chemicals, and along with chlorine, fluoride, arsenic, lead, chromium, sediment, odor, and more. And actually, chlorine can be just letting it sit out and it'll dissipate. The result is water that tastes cleaner and feels simpler. Water can feel simple, but without relying on bottled water that comes with those microplastics, which can be forever in your body.
Struggling with cravings, fatigue, or confusion about your health? You're not alone. But you don't have to stay stuck. Get the free Bible Health ebook and discover 7 powerful steps to real, lasting transformation God's way. Break emotional eating. Learn what truly satisfies. Align your health with God's truth. This is your breakthrough. Get your free Bible Health ebook now on the website, thebiblicalnutritionist.com. It's time to take the first step toward vibrant health, both physically and spiritually.
So the third option, we have the refrigerator, we have the chubby pitcher when we travel, but then we have the under-counter pitcher. And there you see our 3 tanks, and that's one of our extra filters to put in as soon as it needs it. And it'll tell you when it needs to be changed, and everything is so super simple. I totally love this one a lot because I can just go to the tap, fill up my cup anytime I want. One of my favorite drinks is to go ahead and add in my happy juice for the day. I never go a day without my happy juice. It is just my mental reset, and it is delicious. A third option is the hot and cold dispenser. So yes, you can be boiling your water in your kettle, you can be boiling water on the stove to get that hot water, or if you've got a Keurig or something like that. But now you can actually get reverse osmosis through a hot and cold dispenser. Now, just to give you an idea how this works, you would just hit that and then your screen lights up. And from there you can choose the temperature. Do you want it to be hotter, or do you want it to be like that would be super hot? Or you could go all the way down to 50, 66, 113, 140. And then over here, we're choosing the size of our cup. So I have a 16 ounce. I'm gonna go ahead and hit start, and it's going to go ahead and give me some hot water for my tea. I could do the same thing with cold water and have a nice refreshing cup of cold tea in the summer, or just cold water so I can enjoy the temperature. And that's how simple this machine is. While that cup is filling up, I just want to show you the reservoir. It is up here, and this is where you would put the water in. And then the side tank is actually, this is where the filtered water, the wastewater is going to be. It's not really a bad water, so you can use it for watering your plants or putting it out in the garden. It's definitely a good water, just it's not as good as what we're purifying for drinking. Put the lid on and you are good to go. You'll see this has several different modes. You can even lock it so the children can't get really hot water and scald themselves. So it's very well designed. I really like the ease of it and the simplicity. And you're going to maintain the quality. You're going to keep reverse osmosis. And yet you get to choose the temperature. You get to choose the size of your cup. And especially with hot water, you can lock it so kids can't use it and get scalding hot water on them. That would be horrible. So it has a child lock. And so you can have instant hot water for drinking that hot tea, or you can have instant cold water, which normally you would go to the refrigerator for your cold drinks. It's kind of a game changer. And this is why we were going to take it with us to the retreat that we had in the fall, but it arrived too late. It shipped too late. So we didn't get to experience it at the retreat, but we're hoping to take it to all of the retreats coming up this year. So just to summarize this, I want simple, I want economical. And we have learned that using either the Chubby Pitcher, the under-counter water purifier, or this countertop, you're actually saving money over what you pay for in those bottled waters, not to mention the health that you're saving. You get to use it for your cooking, your washing the produce. All of these are good reasons to have your own reverse osmosis system in your house. Now, if you're hosting people, running events, or you want that instant hot and cold, okay, that is a game changer. Each one of these, whether it's the refrigerator, the Chubby Pitcher, the under the counter, the on the counter, or the hot and cold dispenser, they each have their own place. And they're not a one size fits all. But here's the answer. You don't have to worry about the plastics. You don't have to worry about the harsh chemicals. And one of the biggest benefits has been eliminating just all those plastic water bottles, because we don't need those microplastics in our body. So using filtration systems means you're going to have a healthier body. And we can talk about removing those microplastics in another video, so make sure you're subscribed to the Biblical Nutritionist family. So every member of your family is going to benefit by having a water filter, especially young babies if you're making formula from this water. They are the most susceptible to the chemicals in the water. So I just want you to choose what's best for you and go ahead and use it, but use it consistently and always make sure you're doing the best for your family. Now, I have answered a lot of your questions, even about structured water. There's a lot of talk about structured water today. So I have written a couple of different blogs. They're linked down below. I've written blogs about remineralization, structured water, hydration, and just general wellness when it comes to water. Besides being in my 2 books, The Treasures of Healthy Living Bible Study or the Nutrition Manual, I also have some blogs ready for you. So go ahead and check those out. But before you do that, be sure and hit like, subscribe, and the bell so we can be connected as the Biblical Nutritionist family. And then share this video with 2 or 3 of your friends. So just go to thebiblicalnutritionist.com/water for my links to the different water options, the different water pictures, and also the blogs. And until then, until our next video, be sure and enjoy your water, enjoy what God has given you in water, why He references water so many times, and thank you for being a part of the Biblical Nutritionist family. So good.
Struggling with cravings, fatigue, or confusion about your health? You're not alone. But you don't have to stay stuck. Get the free Bible Health ebook and discover 7 powerful steps to real, lasting transformation God's way. Break emotional eating. Learn what truly satisfies. Align your health with God's truth. This is your breakthrough. Get your free Bible Health ebook now on the website, thebiblicalnutritionist.com. It's time to take the first step toward vibrant health, both physically and spiritually.